We are back. New year, new us, episode 163, presented by Moon Golf. Back again, another year with Moon Golf. Only getting better.
Only getting better. First episode of the year, and we said, hey, let's start the year off with a fan favorite, a guy that we've never beat. Could change in 2026. We're going back to videos. I would love to call him back out.
Come on.
Coach Lytle, right? Coach Maddux, how are you?
Good. How are y'all?
Good. Would you be open to me and Zach versus you?
Yeah. Anytime.
Do you
That's all I
think
need
it's
to
fair
know.
if we play from the same tees, or do you think we need to play?
No, give us the whites, him at the tips, us scramble, him solo dolo.
I'll do it.
That's what we need.
The man you know is ready for a fight.
Listen, we've played him twice now. If you haven't, you can go watch, or maybe more than that. I don't know. You can go watch our YouTube channel.
Played
But
with him once.
yeah, but if you don't know, when he plays, he doesn't talk. He's got a look on his face, and he just dials in. But we know that now, so we're ready for that. We're gonna handle it the way that we should, and we're gonna get a dub for the BSG. We're not gonna go like this against him forever. But we got Coach on. I'm wearing the hat in honor of Coach. It is spring, and if you know anything about college golf, spring is where it gets it's where it really counts. College golf plays a fall semester and a spring semester. Fall is, from what I understand, more of a tune-up, and then spring is where it really counts. So, Coach, talk us through fall. How did that look, and then how do you feel about spring?
Yeah, the fall was all right. We'd only played in 4 events this fall, which is 1 to 2 shy of what we normally do. We played decent in 2 of them. Well, I guess we did play in 5. One was a match play, but two of them we played pretty decent in. One we had about our D game, and the other one we had maybe our B C game. So it was kind of a mellow fall. we had a lot of good standout performances. Jacob, the first event, I think he finished in the top 5. Hugo, who's a new guy to us, he's a JUCO transfer. He finished second, I want to say, up in Tennessee. And then we had a couple of guys finish top 10 in those other 2 events. So I mean it was a okay start. Kind of gave us, like you said, it's more so a tune up. It's kind of a baseline. We've got an additional player coming. Well, he'll be eligible this spring. We're super excited about that. He played really well in the fall in qualifying, just obviously couldn't travel. So if he continues to do that, then we may see a new face emerge this spring. We've got a pretty good schedule lined up, and just again, we're excited to compete. We got some fresh ideas that we're bringing to the table from a practice perspective and just a preparation perspective, and so we're going to try to kind of just commit to process this spring, and hopefully takes us to Illinois in May for the national championship.
Can you send us personally these practice tips, because we need them?
I can send you the full breakdown. Yeah, it's a heavy load now. You got to have 3 or 4 hours a day. We're
Never
spending
mind. You don't.
yeah.
You don't have to do that.
We're spending about an hour in the gym, and then 2 to 3 on the course. So
Man,
If I could
what are
get
you
on the
on?
course every day, I swear I'd be scratching about 6 months or a year. I could
So we
I could
think.
get there.
We think.
yeah, it's just a lot of work ethic.
So when y'all get on the course, what are y'all? Is it just like simulated pressure events you're trying to make? Like, hey, you're against this guy, you're down to whatever, you got to get back, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's more so just kind of like we're playing mental games with them, whether they realize it or not. We do a lot of things in practice in those practice days to kind of get their heart rate up. Hopefully, it depends again, kind of depending on the player and how they're viewing it. But the idea is to kind of make practice a little more difficult um, than a situation on the road, whether that be a wedge game where it's a completion drill. Any completion drill in golf is as close as you can get to. Um, I think like tournament jitters or tournament feelings. There's zero way to ever really replicate it. That goes for any sport. It's really hard to replicate. A pressure at bat in baseball. It's really hard to replicate. A kick you got to make in football for the kicker field goal
Or a
rather.
grand slam over center field.
Yeah,
We've seen guys do it. We've seen
Speak, hey,
guys
it's
do it.
hard. It's hard to replicate that. You got to
speaking
be an
of which,
athlete.
time out. Speaking of which, we could put in a team together, Coach. So for this softball, are you free?
I'm in. I'll play.
Zach,
What
is it a
position do you
summer
want?
league?
I mean, he was in the same summer league, so it'll be in Lagrange, so it's right by your house.
Yeah,
We'll go
we're
get
just trying to
Circa
put together an
before, get a
all-star
couple
team.
shots of espresso to tune you up.
Yeah, there you go. Get me shaking out there.
So
That's
can we
all you
count you
need.
on the roster?
Yeah, I'll play. I'm always down. I love
Okay.
playing any sport. I'm not great, but I enjoy it.
No, look, you can't fake a grand slam.
You caught me on my hot night.
Zach, we're gonna
That's
have
all I'll
to
ever remember.
listen. All of our listeners, I know we make golf content, but when it comes to softball season, we're gonna have some POV footage coming on the page of softball.
I showed
We'll have to
Joni
throw some.
Oakley's got the new the sports meta glasses.
Oh yeah,
They're $500. I said, ain't no
just
way.
wear the POV on your chest.
That's
That'd
what
be
I'm gonna
sick.
do.
And we can throw it on our. We'll just turn our golf page into whatever we want in the summertime.
Whatever
We'll have
we
Coach.
need.
Yeah. Throw Coach. We got you. I'm writing. Listen, roster's going down right now. We're working on it. We're managing.
All right. Yeah, I'm in.
We'll get a deal. Yeah. So, real quick, tell us other than the coaching side, we know that's going on. We know you're busy with that. Oh, let me ask this first. Are there any home tournaments this spring?
Yeah, we're hosting at Noonan again,
Okay.
March 2nd and 3rd, I believe. It's the first Monday, Tuesday of March, so we'll be up there. Yeah, excited about that, of course. We'll go up there a few times between now and then. Yeah, everybody gets back in a week, or not even a week. So, uh, yeah, I'm excited to get the spring rolling. We got 2 weeks before we start practice. Gives them a week to just kind of settle back in, especially when you have as many guys as I have coming from all over the world. You got to give them time to just kind of ease back into it a little bit with school and everything. But yeah,
How?
When you
Oh,
have
go
an
ahead.
event on a Monday, Tuesday at noon, and with it being so close, are y'all driving up
That's what I was
that
going to ask.
Saturday, Sunday to get reps in?
Yeah. How often are y'all practicing up there?
yeah. So I think this is our fourth year hosting there, maybe just our third. But yeah, we go up there generally on Friday as a team, or the top five at least is required to go and play a practice round, and then Saturday is kind of optional for them. Some of the guys want to go up there; they have to go late in the afternoon because obviously it's a a private
Private.
golf course.
Yeah.
Um, but they don't mind us coming up there late in the afternoon on that Saturday, and then Sunday, same thing. Um, we've done it a couple of different ways. I think the first year we hosted, Blake was still the assistant, and um, he let the guys stay at his parents' house just down the road. It's in Noonan, so a lot of them stayed there. And then the next year, I think they drove. They all just drove back and forth every day, just because it's like kind of a fringe distance of whether you
Yeah.
want to stay up there or not.
Yeah.
Um, and then neither one of those ideas worked. Well, it wasn't fully to blame on that, but we didn't win either year, so um, we ended up just staying in Noonan last year. Um, I just got an Airbnb for the top five. That also didn't work, so it wasn't the travel. I think the pressure at home just gets to them sometimes. But like I
Yeah.
said, I mean, we'll see how it goes this year. I think we got a little bit different of a group as a whole as we've had compared to the last couple of years. Um, so yeah, I think we'll still go with that game plan. I'll probably get them a house up there to stay at, and just make it easier for everybody instead of having to drive back and forth. So
I
If
feel like sometimes the pressure especially in football and golf, is the pressure at home is way more because you're supposed to know all the nooks and crannies. You're supposed to know everything about the course or between the hedges. It's hard to keep it perfect at home.
yeah,
But
we're
I do
gonna
feel like
talk about we're gonna talk
the
about that.
home field is so much the pressure is higher.
yeah. I mean, especially with golf, I've always I've always struggled personally with like playing events at home. I know like in college I played. Used to host at Callaway Gardens. RIP. But that
That would be
we
so
used.
nice if they would like turn it back up.
Yeah, it just is the management's bad, but that's a different story. But yeah, I would always play. I tied for first my senior year there, lost in a playoff, but um, I always tended, I always had the tendency to not play as well as I normally do out there. I think it's just I go into it with an expectation, or I went into it with an expectation rather. Same thing with like growing up. I've only won one club championship, and I've probably been in the final group. I don't know, 7 times, um, and just never could get it done. I don't know what it was about it. I just couldn't. I was most years by far the best golfer of those guys at my club, but I just never could win it. And then one year I just kind of went nuts for a day, and that's really the only reason I did win. But yeah, the pressure at home is so hard. You have a lot of people that are able to see you. They know how you generally play out there. You know how you generally play out there, and then you got to kind of piece that together. That's it's tough. But go ahead.
I feel like there's a run. I think it was when you were a student at Point and you played, or it may have been right before, or right after. But wasn't it when we were hosting the Skyhawk Invitational at Point? Like y'all won every tournament there. The team won. Like I don't. I feel like the ones we hosted, the team won. I just remember seeing that. That's back when
Yeah.
y'all were on fire. Like during that. I don't know. Were you playing at that time when y'all were like number one and all that?
No, I was probably out for 2 years because
Okay.
that was right before I came back to coach. Was I came back during that season? They were number one, or we were
Okay.
number one rather. Um, yeah, we won 13 tournaments in a row.
Yeah, I remember that.
Gosh, that's
Yeah, over the
so
span of about a
many.
year and a half. I mean, yeah, and that's so hard to do. And at the time, it felt like I don't know, it was like easy almost. Like we just showed up. The guy, again, we had four guys, three of the five were ended up playing Division 1 golf. One played Division 2, and the other one could have went and played Division 2. Um, but stayed at home. It was just a kind of a freak deal.
Yeah.
And then we ended up going to the national championship, and I think we led after the first and second day, maybe even led after the third, and ended up coming in fourth. So again, same thing. It's like the pressure of expectation of being like
Mm-hmm.
you are those guys is so hard.
What? Okay, now I'm just. This can be as bland of answer as you want. I just got to be a good journalist here. What would it take for us to host a Skyhawk Invitational back at home again? What are we missing? Why aren't we doing it?
We host in the fall out there,
Okay.
um, but we just don't play our A team. So our top five stays. They don't stay back, but we take them somewhere else. It's a little bit more of it's a bigger event.
Challenge for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the one that we host in the fall for the guys now is just it's kind of a smaller event. It's a walk-in event for new faces, smaller teams, or even bigger teams that have a lot of guys on their roster. Um, that play in that. It's a pretty, to be honest, it's a cheap event compared to most,
Mm-hmm.
and it's only 18-18, so that makes a little difference too. So you have a lot of teams that come that aren't really all that competitive, or like I said, they're only sending their B teams, and so we just don't see the benefit in playing our top five. If our top five played in it, um, we would never lose that event. We've never lost that event with our A team, and I think we've hosted it 7, 8 maybe times,
Crazy. Yeah.
um, and two times. The last 2 years, the A team hasn't played. Every other year, the A team's won.
Is that just
Is
because y'all
there
know the
any?
course?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, there's a ton of advantages out there, honestly, because it can be, how the pug can be sometimes.
Yeah.
So it can get frustrating. But those guys, I mean, there's so many different sight lines you have to be able to hit, and trust, and you can get big advantages on a lot of those holes, especially like you look at 15. I mean, if you don't know that golf course, you have no idea really what to hit into that green.
Yep.
But
Oh yeah.
all of our guys, like they can just kind of sense where they're at in the fairway and know how far about they are and what to hit, because again they play there almost every day. So, and even like 7, the tee shot on 7, most guys lay back, but our guys are not afraid to push it up because they kind of know where they can and can't hit it. um, 9
Oh
is
yeah.
there's a lot. There's just a lot of holes where, like, if you land it on the right side of the fairway, or the correct side, should I say, um, you're in a much better position. And if you don't know that, and if you're not comfortable with that, it's hard to commit to it. So
Yeah.
Do y'all ever look at? I know y'all have practiced some at the fields. What would it take for the fields to become like a possible tourney location for y'all? I feel like
yeah,
the link style would be so favorable.
yeah, I definitely. I've kind of mentioned it to Ashley. I don't think that he understood that I meant like college event. I think he thought that I was talking about like a fundraiser event.
Oh,
Yeah.
Um, but I definitely, it's something that I'm considering for the fall. Um, and going back to him with that, it just is going to kind of depend on. You have to have so much space,
yeah.
um, and I think they've got a lot of space, but from a driving range perspective, with all the changes they're doing, if it, that we would have to be able to get on the grass, and because those bays, there's just not enough spaces there for 10 teams to come and warm up. I think there's ample amount of room from a parking perspective. There's an ample amount of room from like the putting green area, and it's a really easy walk. It's really easy to get guys to their holes and get them back in, whatever. But yeah, I think like I said, it's just gonna kind of depend on that range setup and how we could get that figured out. And especially with the short range, I mean, telling
Mhm.
college kids to not hit driver, you can tell them that. About one in every four is going to say, "Okay, I won't hit driver." The rest
Yeah.
of them are going to say, "What are they going to do? Kick me out of here?" Like, not
I'm
going to happen.
swinging
Right.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. We've dealt with that at a lot of places. There's a place in Tennessee we play in. There's a house. Now the driving range been there since before the neighborhood came in, and somebody built a house right at the end of the driving range. And every year they call the pro shop, and it's like clockwork. I could just about pull out my phone and record the guy is coming and know what he's going to say. He's going to say, "Hey, the house down here on number 9 is calling because this house is getting hit with range balls. Please stop hitting driver towards the house." You know what the guys are going to do? They're going to keep on hitting them at them because you
Yeah.
got 100 kids out there and 75 of them hit it 300 plus. They're
Yeah.
going to keep pegging that house whether they mean to or not.
Crazy. Zach does that on hole one at Noonan. Every time we play there, we say, Zach,
Sure
quit
do.
hitting the house.
Both times I played, I hit the house. One time I think I hit the dog.
Maybe so. Before we let you go real quick, do you have your personal schedule lined up for this year? Any tournaments for you?
Yeah, I've got quite a bit that I'm
Ooh,
kind of
okay.
that I'm planning on playing in. Now whether or not I actually do it, I say it every year that I'm going to play in all this stuff. And last year I did a pretty good job of it, which is surprising because the one year that I welcome a baby into the world, I go and play a bunch of golf.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, I've got. So I think the first thing I play in is probably going to be. I'm trying to think about how it kind of goes. I know I'm playing in a Georgia amateur qualifier. I'm trying to get back in the Georgia Am. I'll play back into the state um, state open, Georgia Open qualifier of some sort if I don't qualify through the events. The Atlanta Open, I plan to play in. I got invited back to play in the Rice Planters, which is kind of surprising because I played really poorly. That's in like I think it's the first second week of June. Um, Last year we had the baby. We left the hospital. We came here for like 4 days. Went to the beach, and then we came back from the beach. And the next day I went and played in that, and I didn't touch a
Golly.
club for like that entire time. And
Yeah.
so, and this is a big time event, but we've got some connections. A couple of the guys playing it, but I'll play in that. Um, I'm trying to think. Yeah, then just a bunch of just like random stuff. The Kirby
Kirby.
is
Oh,
not
yeah.
until September. So
Oh. Well,
um,
so
yeah,
you.
they like the set because they moved it this past year from their normal July date to September because of the greens that they were redone
Oh,
that they had redone. So and they loved it. I loved it. I think the weather that time of year is perfect. You're not going to get too hot, but you're also not worried about cold weather either. So it's a great time of year for it. I talked to Charlie, the GM out there. He actually messaged me the other day and asked what our fall schedule was looking like because they were trying to make sure that they could get us in there if at all possible, depending on the dates that they kind of had set aside. So
did we miss
BC's
Noonan?
trying to
Love
play in it
Lady, if
this
you're
year.
no, I'm not. Love Lady, if you're listening, we want to come back out and play against you 2v1 against Lovelady. Brandon, that'd be sick.
Hey, hit him up. I know he'll do it. He's playing a lot more golf now that he's at Noonan than when he was my swing coach when I was at Canning, or when he was at Canongate, and when I was a kid, and he never got to play back then. Maybe once or twice every couple of months, but now he's getting to play a lot because he's got a little bit more flexible schedule. So he'll do
Yeah,
it.
Did they ever fill someone in that other bay of their training facility since Scott left?
I don't think anybody's technically has ownership of it. I know the new assistant. He's working. He's been out there for almost a year now. Um, I don't know that he teaches out of that specifically. I've seen him out there a couple of times teaching on the range.
Mm-hmm.
I was up there about a month ago, maybe a little over a month ago, getting fit for my new irons, and I saw him out there giving a lesson. Then I went back to pick him up, and when I picked him up, he was out there giving a lesson. So I know he's busy, but it just depends on. Like I said, I haven't seen him inside that bay yet.
What kind of irons you swinging this year?
He's getting Sons.
No, it's the same ones pretty much as I had the Mizunos. No, Mizunos. Yeah.
Oh man, would never thought that. I see you more as a classic Troy Titleist guy.
I tried the Titleist. I actually got some T100s about 5 months ago and didn't like them, so I sold them and then went back to Brandon to get a new fitting for the Mizunos. So I've played Mizunos for years now, and they're so good.
I said, Mizuno, need to bring this guy out to your facility in Atlanta. Let him come tour the facility. Get him on staff. That'd be big time.
Have you
I
ever
would
been
love
out to the Standard Club where they got the facility at?
I have not.
Oh, it's so nice. I had a customer who was a member there, and they said there's like a waiting list of like 1,000 families. You had you had to be voted in.
Yeah.
But it was my first like real experience of a private club, and I was like, oh, this is what it can be.
Yeah, it's
This is way out of my budget.
Well,
yeah, those things.
Before we let Coach go, Coach, are we hotty toddy the rest of the playoffs?
You know what? I actually, I never really expected to win that game.
It's hard to beat a team twice.
That's exactly what I said. I think that they're a good team. Their offense is just so powerful.
Trinidad is a baller.
He really is.
He's coming back.
Yeah, the 1 year, or I'm sorry, in the regular season, we couldn't get a hold of him in the first half. We really couldn't get a hold of him in the a little bit of the second half. But once we did, we tamed him, and that was the only kind of saving grace as I had going in that game was, hopefully our guys can get to him. And just so many times he extended the play. I mean, there was in that one of the final drives. I mean, I thought he was dead twice, and they ended up scoring. And then obviously
that runs around right and then back left.
Yeah. And then he has the play before that. He just has that little pitch play, or not the play before, but a couple of.
Where he flicks it.
Yeah, and you're like, all right, it's second down, and we're gonna have him behind the sticks on third, and nope, they get a first down. And then on that long complete where he was almost in the end zone, and I was like, oh my gosh, we've got him, and then everybody all our DBs just kind of thought the same thing I thought, and so they didn't cover, and here we are. And
would you rather get blown out and go ahead and give up hope by halftime, or lose in a heartbreaker?
I'd rather lose in a heartbreaker. That's embarrassing. Only scoring 3 points.
Well, I didn't say no team names.
I know what you're implying. I see your Twitter.
Yeah. All right. Well, Coach, we appreciate you coming on and hanging out with us.
There wasn't a personal shot. I was just saying home field.
No, me and Trevor had that discussion, and he said that it was more embarrassing for us because of Pete Golding.
Oh yeah.
They had said, I heard through the rumor mill that Pete was the guy that was going to replace Saban if he would have held on a little longer.
Really?
They said he had been Saban's guy and he was going to be it, but here we are. So, I mean, we're good. I think we'll be fine, but it just sucks to lose, period, much less that way.
Yeah, no, I feel you. It was rough. It was rough. tough pill to swallow. I hadn't felt that in a while. Well, since Notre Dame, I always expect to lose to Alabama, but when it's the end of the season and you don't get to watch another game the next week, it just sucks.
And now you just don't care the same. It's like, well, I
Yeah.
guess I want Ole Miss to win.
Yeah, I'll watch the games, but the only reason I want Ole Miss to win is because I don't want Miami to. I can't stand Carson Beck, so
He's gonna ball out. That's the worst part.
I know, I
Sid
know.
from whatever that show is. It looks like the sloth. Old Carson.
Yeah, Sid.
But we appreciate you coming on, Coach, letting us talk golf, and we're excited to see what y'all do this semester.
Absolutely appreciate y'all.
If we can, talk Love Lady and let us do our 2v1 at Noonan. We've had a lot of luck out there.
Yeah, I'll
We
next time I see him, I'll tell him to let y'all know. Or y'all just send him a text. Do you have his number? Any way to get in contact? Yeah, just shoot him a text. Those guys out there at Noonan are so cool. They're super super generous to us, and anything to kind of build their brand, they're not going to ever say no to. That's a big reason why they allow us out there, obviously, because we host the event and arguably bring them potential future members in the players and the parents even. So yeah, be
I'm
great.
not going out there for the golf. I'm going out there for that hot dog. Let's be honest. I ain't
That hot dog, yeah.
I got a video I'm gonna send you, Maddux, of what Casey's done with the hot dog.
All right, Coach. We'll talk to you later, Coach. See you.
All right, see y'all.
All right, Z-Rock, that was Coach Lytle. Before we go any further, let's take a break in the show and just say, hey, we want to thank Johnny O for being with us this past year, helping us look our best.
All day.
You were like, Casey, you look so cozy.
Shirts.
I do love that shirt.
I love like a different color collar, like to match the stripes.
Oh, yeah. Very Justin Thomas-ish. And y'all watching, that's true. The ones watching are probably like, Casey, you look so cozy. Yes, this is a Johnny O pullover, and it is super cozy and soft. So thanks, Johnny O. You can go to the link in our description and get you 15% off of some Johnny O. And so real quick, I want to ask this before we talk real fast about what we mainly want to talk about. I've got some notes. I'm not going to talk about them all. I do want to ask this one, though. I don't know if you saw, it was like 2 weeks ago, Brian Bros, George and Wesley were going at it with each other on a ball speed challenge.
Yeah.
Yep. And then so Micah entered the competition, and he hit a 201.5. Wesley was 187. George was 185.2. So we have a Rapsodo, BSG does, and so I went and looked at my last driver swing, 147. I was nowhere near them guys. But I think I can get
the biggest difference
really swung.
Not only on the speed is the strike factor or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Theirs is like 1.49 or 1.48. Like it's always like center of the head.
Oh yeah. What's yours last time you did your boss? Do you remember? Like when you got fitted?
I got no idea.
Yeah. I didn't know mine. I had to go look.
Maybe
but I 147.
I would think it's maybe about 10 more than yours.
I think if I'm not chasing speed, like I'm doing the speed training, but I was like, I feel like I can get up to at least 170 if I just swung, didn't care where the ball went. I was like, let me just swing.
Yeah, you should have asked Caden what his was. They were doing that road to 200 one time without
that's
caring
true.
about the
Rapsodo
location
thing
of it.
Real quick before we hop off, me and Zach excited. This year's a little different for BSG. We posted a video today where we're just going to go back to having fun and do what we enjoy doing, not just so much trying to just chase brands. And so we are this year, like we said, going back to filming more videos. But we're not doing our usual trip in the fall like we normally do, like a 3 or 4 day.
As soon as we say we're going back to playing for fun, Golficity, one of our favorite brands, posted their No Bad Days golf events. Mm-hmm. So we're going to, it is called, what's the name? I'm looking at it now.
The Hills is what we're doing.
Preakness Hills Country Club in Wayne, New Jersey, something in Newark.
I was looking, Newark Airport's like right across from New York. I was looking at it on the maps, but
it's like, how long do we stay?
Yeah.
It's not far. Like the airport is like 5 minutes. A lot of people fly into Newark and then go to Newark.
Yeah. So we're going to participate in the Golficity's tournament. It's a 2-man best ball. There will be a gross and a net. So kind of banking that me and Zach's bad golf / handicaps may help us a little bit. We'll find out. But Gonna play our own
sandbagging,
balls.
but we will keep our real
Yeah.
score through the year to kind of keep the
Promise you,
handicap.
we're not sandbagging. Those are our real handicaps. They're having 2 best ball tournaments, 2 scramble tournaments. We signed up for the first one. I'm excited though. I've never been to New Jersey. It's gonna be a new state unlocked for BSG.
I know.
We need a
travel
map
goal.
of like all the places we've golfed
And
as
start doing the
BSG.
pin.
Yeah, that'd be sick. If we ever had an office like studio type thing, that'd be
It's
sick
coming.
to have. It's coming. And so that's what we're doing. We're supposed to film this Saturday. Rain. I keep checking it every day. I'm like, maybe it's
I know. I
fading
told
out.
Joni today, I was like, a couple months ago, I accidentally broke a light above our island, like the swinging
Oh.
pendant. And I told her, I said, well, I'll do it Saturday because the kickoff is
I'm keeping eyes on it just with a hopeful chance.
It's 95%. It's going up 95% chance
Yeah,
of
it was
rain.
like 75, then 80, then 95. So
yeah, it's not good.
there may not be a video in January, but we will get something filmed ASAP and get it out there. But we're excited about going to Golficity's event. It's going to be incredible. We're back to weekly pods. We're back with the new year. Looking forward to it. And so if you're a subscriber and you're like, where's the videos been? They're coming. Don't worry. We just got to find some way.
We're working on it. You got to think.
Yeah.
You got winter. We both have kids.
And like this was the only
Christmas.
Saturday in January we could both film. We each have something going on the rest. And then if you look at the weather, it's like beautiful, 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 rainy on Saturday. Beautiful,
I know,
beautiful,
isn't that awful?
beautiful.
Like today
That's
was
wild.
perfect.
Yeah.
Today would have
Crazy.
been perfect. But I got a 8 to 5 job, so
Yeah.
I cannot just leave for golf yet. Now,
But
this could be the year it changes. We make the right connections.
One it can change in a moment. We just got to keep putting the content out. So that's episode 163. We'll be back next week, 164. We'll have Scott Porter joining us, Scott Porter Golf. We're going to talk a little bit about some YouTube golf. That's what we like to talk about now, and a little bit of what's going on in Scott's life. Some TGL started back up. They're about to start the TGL with the women. That'll be fun to watch. And so that's going to be it for us. You got anything other than check out Moon Golf? And
check out Moon Golf, Johnny O.
Going to try to get this up quick. We went back to the first program we ever used, and I don't remember how to use this thing at all. So we're going to try to get it uploaded as quick as we used to do the other one.
So the main reason, if you're wondering why we swap, StreamYard charges like triple the price to do 4K. Well, a couple years ago when we started, we invested in 4K webcams, so we have great quality. StreamYard was like more than double of what this one is. So we're back on Riverside.
And the social media aspect, like when we post this social media,
does great clips. It'll even do I think it'll do some AI clips.
Yeah.
So
and it let me mark. I don't know if it showed on your screen, but I was adding markers throughout of places where I know to go back and get the clips. So
no, I got my camera kind of low, so I cut the window smaller and I put myself right above the camera. I feel like it don't matter who we're talking to. I feel like I always just go back to looking at myself.
Oh yeah,
while talking. So I just put the camera, like my part, right over the camera.
So we're gonna get off, go play some Warzone because we've been crushing it lately. We're gonna have a Warzone section in the pod coming up. All my guys are here that play Call of Duty. Let us know what you run and load out stuff. But we're about to go hop on some Warzone. So we're gonna get off the golf and go focus on some Warzone. But thanks for checking us out. 163, like and subscribe.
Peace.